You ever been in a position where you think you've lost your fitness and you ain't ever getting it back? You've been injured, you've been ill. Look, I know exactly where you're coming from. I'm 5 days out of hospital now, where I spent 10 nights fighting my latest ulcerative colitis flare-up. Ain't no holiday camp in these hospitals, let me tell you that. But I'm super motivated now to get on the bike, and I'm gonna share with you this first phase of my comeback and how it can help you. My Bulletproof Reboot program is 3 easy steps, not just to get your own fitness back, but to supercharge it and take it to an even higher place and keep it for longer. The start of the journey, let's call it point 1. What I need you to understand is your fitness hasn't gone. Yes, the top end has dropped, but it's only hiding. It hasn't disappeared, and you need to understand that. Even though your ego is trying to push you hard, you need to slow down and understand. A couple of things happen. First of all, your body adapts to the environment, to the stimulus. So sure, the stimulus hasn't been training, so it needs to be switched back onto that. Look, your mitochondria, those powerhouses inside your cell, they will wake up quickly. Your key enzymes that are involved in energy transfer, they will rebound fast, but we need a period to switch on. We need to activate and not annihilate. So here's what I'm gonna do. 20 to 40 minute workouts each day for a week. I'm gonna monitor my heart rate because each workout is exactly the same. And here's the beautiful little tip. It's a warm-up, not a workout. Yeah, I'm going to create a 20 to 40 minute warm-up phase that I would do for, say, an hour-long workout. So I'm going to repeat the same power each day. What should I see? My heart rate come down. It shouldn't be going up. If it goes up the following day by more than 5 beats, my body's talking to me saying, hey, you fanny, what are you doing? You're causing too much stimulus, too much stress. I'm not ready for this. You got to then slow down. Remember, it's better to be slower and healthier today so that we can have a lifelong journey on our comeback. And remember, Strava doesn't pay your fucking wages. Don't worry about external noises. Eyeball to eyeball with yourself. Keep it nice and simple. Take a week, take 2 weeks. It doesn't matter in the long run. Okay, point 2. Once we've done a period of activation, the temptation is to really ramp up the intensity. But I want you to follow this rule first, the 80% rule. And this has got nothing to do with your zone 2 versus your upper intensity. The 80% rule is what I call my RDR. Yeah, the 2 R's. You're rebuilding, don't rush. Don't rush it. Okay, so here's what I always try and say to clients. If you've got 2 hours that you can ride, do 80% of it. Whatever you think, that's your ego talking. I want you then to dial into that human, more compassionate side of the brain. Look, when you go back on your bike, let's say you've got one of those relationships whereby your partner doesn't really want you to go out on your bike because you're not communicating with them how important it is to you. Anyway, that's a different video, but they hide your bike. Imagine a world where your bike was hidden and you couldn't find it. You find it after 6 months or a year. You get back on it, you're so excited, but your handling skills are a bit shit, or shittier than normal, but you can still ride your bike, can't you? As they say, you can always ride a bike no matter how many years you spend off it. Think of this as your fitness. Your top end fitness does take time to come back, but your base fitness, your foundation, your aerobic cardiovascular fitness, it will come back quicker. Really quick in some cases, depending on your historic fitness data. So dial into that. So the 80% rule, yeah, you've got 2 hours, boom, take 30 minutes off. You want to ride at 250 watts? Ride at 200 watts. Discipline, my friend. Discipline that you can build from the early phases of your comeback will see you for years to come. And use this period as a skill development, because you've already identified that your handling skills do need to be addressed, because you've just chuckled at that little comment I made. So you can work on your descending if you're outdoors. You can work on your cornering. If you're indoors, you can do some pedal drills. You can really dial into some of the softer skills that actually will drive you faster once we start to increase intensity. So enjoy the 80% rule. Let's move on to the next phase. Okay, the final point I want to make is about intensity. Let me climb off the bike here because this is important. I'm going to give you 2 rules to follow, which I'll be using. The first thing is, you've got to understand that it's a progress curve, okay? And it's a curve and not a switch. You just can't turn things on. So you have to follow your path. Look, progress is not linear, and it's certainly not got a speedometer on it. So here's what I do. We do the 3 ride repeat. And what I mean by that is you'll have heard me possibly talk about the sandwich effect. Soft ride, hard ride. Never chase a workout and never alter the process, even if you miss a workout. So the softer rides are your zone 1, your zone 2. So I'll do 2 of them, because the second one I make sure that my numbers are okay from the first one, so that I know that the stimulus is not stretching my immune system. On the third one, I'll do my intensity ride. But what I'm doing mainly is just a short 50%. What I mean by that is I look back to my last key workouts. I know what they were, and I'm doing 50% of what that workout was. So if I'm doing 20 minutes at VO2, I'm doing 10 minutes. If I'm doing 40 minutes at threshold, I'm doing 20 minutes. And I'm just allowing myself this ability to absorb. Because here's the next rule, and here's something that people just forget. When you've done a hard workout or any stimulus that overloads your immune system, you fall into what we call that catabolic phase. That's a suppressed immune system. You've only got fucking one immune system, and it's dealing with all the other shit you're throwing at it. You know, hiding all those bike parts from your partner. Yeah, lying about the price. This adds up stress. Oh yeah, you've got the stress of work and life and family and all that other shit. But here's the thing, you do a hard workout, let's say you go over 2 hours, over 3 hours, you've put a couple of punchy climbs in there or a couple of intervals indoors, suppressed your immune system. How do you then approach the next 24 hours? And I'm not talking about your recovery, I'm talking about your social interacting with other people who have got a runny nose or they've got a virus. Maybe they don't even know it. What I'm talking about is building discipline into that period. If you're regularly falling sick, you're overreaching, but you're also not paying attention to that suppressed immune system, maybe 24 hours, 48 hours after that hard workout. Try it. Change your behavior so that you're building into your time schedule when you're doing that key workout, but also after the key workout. What's your social life like, your family life, your work life? If you're entering a period of high stress and you're just trying to squeeze in a hard workout, you're a fanny, because you're going to put yourself under pressure to recover. Try it. It might just be the difference between you having 6 months on the bike with no time to get off, building a really strong and super fitness, rather than just another 3 weeks and you're sick again. Okay? Take your time. Do not annihilate. Activate. Understand this curve. It's not just a button that you press. Before you go, I want to share with you, the last few months, they have been some of the toughest of my life. If you've been following me, you'll know all about my latest struggles with ulcerative colitis. So this comeback, it is super important to me, and it's super important I share it with you. I want to share something else. Look, on February the 23rd, to develop my comeback, I'm doing a massive live event, and if you want to be there, if you've ever faced a challenge or you're in the middle of a comeback yourself, or you want to progress your fitness, you need to be there as well. Look, all you gotta do is sign up, click the link in the description, and I'll share with you my comeback and how you can supercharge your own fitness. Look, you'll come back stronger than ever. I'll see you in the event. The link is down below. The next video in my reboot series is coming up real quick, okay? But in the meantime, just take control. Your discipline is going to dictate your progress. I mean, don't push it, don't force it, don't drive it too hard, because my comeback is really important to me, because I'm already thinking not just to next week, next month, next year, I'm thinking long term, and you should be the same. The speed will come. Look, but if you are worried about the signs of overreaching, I got a video for you. Just click on that and it will show you the 7 red flags of overreaching and pushing yourself too hard. But until the next time, folks, you keep spinning. But most importantly, keep smiling, yeah? And I'll see you in the next video. Psst, have you subscribed yet? Do it quickly now.